WWE video. Now, the two most recent talked about moments when it comes to WWE is the Sasha Banks situation and the Mandy Rose situation. And I've decided that I want to give my opinion on this because I'm a very unbiased person when it comes to this because my favorite female superstar or woman superstar is Bayley and Io Sky. So I have no really bias going into this. I can look at this objectively. And the first thing I wanted to talk about is going on is the Sasha Banks situation because 6 months ago, Sasha Banks and Naomi walked out, put their titles on the desk, and left the WWE. And ever since then, they have not been seen. Now, since then, Vince McMahon, a guy that has been in the past, I talked about that he doesn't really prefer the women's tag team division, so the titles weren't really getting treated, so that's the reason why they walked out. But now we have somebody differently in charge. We have Triple H, the cerebral assassin, somebody that has a good relationship with basically every single superstar that is in the WWE right now, and especially with Sasha Banks, because Triple H was the one that led the NXT run that made Sasha Banks get to the main roster and reach superstardom. Now, the four main women when it came to Triple H's run NXT were the four horsewomen of WWE. Sasha Banks, Bayley, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch. All these four people have had character changes. Bayley went from being a hugger to the role model. Becky went from the Irish slash kicker to the man. Sasha Banks went from being I don't really think Sasha Banks has had really that much of a character change. She just changed the color of her hair, to be honest, because she went from having purple hair and blue hair, and her attitude was basically still the same. And then Charlotte recently returned yesterday, and it seems like her character seemed new because she's wearing a whole new outfit, a whole new gear, and she has a whole bunch of she has a whole new, theme song for her entrance. So I'm very interested in the way things that have been going. Now, what's been recently talked about when it comes to Sasha Banks is the fact that there have been reports that she has been working on a deal with the WWE to try and return, and she's asking for the amount of money that Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair are getting. First off, I just want to say this. Charlotte Flair, if Sasha Banks is really going to ask for money that Charlotte Flair's on, she needs to be more reliable than this. Because there have been instances in the past where Sasha Banks has walked down the WWE for a couple months, and then the WWE bent over and, the WWE gave in to Sasha Banks, and, Sasha Banks was one of their top superstars then, and she's kind of a top superstar now, but she was, one of the big names really back a couple years ago, and when she walked out, WWE is willing to give her what she wants. In this instance, the fact that she's asking for money like for Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair money, I honestly gotta say this, I don't really agree that she deserves that type of money. I'm just gonna be honest, I'm looking at this. In the past couple years, she's walked out multiple times on the WWE. And now WWE have women that are about almost the same age as Sasha Banks that are not on that level, but they have the potential to be. And the way Triple H runs WWE, there's a lot of women out there that could become the next. That could become over like Becky Lynch, over like Charlotte, and even Bayley. Look how Bayley started. Bayley was probably talked about one of the worst wrestlers when it comes to being on the main roster. A lot of people said her moveset was really not that much. And she's developed her character, she's developed as a wrestler, and look at her now. She's a role model, she's one of the greatest women on WWE's roster, and she's a very reliable person. Because Bayley, up until last year, never really walked down the WWE. The only time she was out of the WWE was due to injury. I don't think any in the past women I've mentioned about have really walked down the WWE except for Sasha Banks. And that just doesn't look good in my mind, just because, yes, I understand you don't like the way the situation's going when it comes to the women's tag team division. But now that Triple H is back, Triple H is going to put some more attention on that. Look at what he's done with Damage Control, putting the tag titles on Dakota Sky and Io Sky and Dakota Kai. That looks to be a very good thing for the future. So you would think that, considering she has a good relationship with Triple H, that this would be a better possible negotiation. But in Triple H's mind, Triple H does see the amount of stardom that Sasha Banks does have, but he also sees that they're developing young female talent that could get to the level Sasha Banks is right now. And Sasha Banks is looking at her name. Let's just say this. Triple H doesn't run NXT. Triple H doesn't give Sasha Banks a run. Is Sasha Banks gonna have all this opportunities? No. It's really the WWE she has to give thanks for. And I gotta be honest, it's just that's the main point. If it wasn't for the WWE, she wouldn't be able to have these opportunities. So her looking at herself and like saying that she deserves to get paid as much as Charlotte Flair, as much as Becky Lynch. I definitely don't think I'm not sure about Becky Lynch. I definitely don't think she deserves to get paid as much as Charlotte Flair. First off, Charlotte Flair is where Charlotte Flair. No matter what you say about her, no matter what you say about she's a Flair. Obviously, she's Ric Flair's daughter. She still worked hard to where she is right now. And the two things I said about Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair and even Bayley, they are reliable and they will work with you to get better and work on your character to get better. That's the one thing I love about those three. And I just look at Sasha and I look in the past history of what the incidents have happened with Sasha Banks. And I just gotta be honest, I don't really think the WWE should be paying as much as Sasha thinks she deserves to earn. But I want to know your guys' opinions down in the comments down below. Tell me what your opinion is. Do you think Sasha Banks deserves to get paid as much as she thinks? Or do you think that she should get paid on a level based off of how she, shows up? Because let's say this, before I end the video. Let's say this. Sasha Banks gets the money that she deserves. 2 months later, walks on the WWE. The WWE basically just paid Sasha Banks for nothing. I'm just going to end off on that. I'll see you guys later. Peace.